Hi, I'm Jack and I'm reviewing Samson and Sally, the Song of the Whales. This is one of my favorite kids movies. This is an animated film from Denmark. So this isn't your typical American animated film. It's very unique, it's very original. This film is different from just about any other animated kids movie I've ever seen in my life because it addresses some very serious issues. I mean, when was the last kids movie you can think of that addressed things like whaling, pollution, oil slicks and the problems they cause, radioactivity and the problems that causes? I really respect how it was able to do that. I mean, it's just a kids movie. It addresses things like that. That's something that adults have trouble addressing. One thing I was very impressed with, everything is drawn and colored in a really, really interesting way. The palette of this movie is incredible. It can feel really dark, it can feel really bright and interesting. It's really neat. This movie wasn't made for very much, you can tell, because the animation is kind of cheap, voice actors aren't great, and the biggest problems with this film are just things that stem from not having a lot of money to make it. There are some moments in this film that are kind of silly and kiddie. I really don't have a problem with it because for a movie that's a kids movie, it really does have some darker tones. So some lighthearted things that were actually a little bit fun, I really don't have a problem with. This is more than you can expect from a kids movie. It's really impressive. The score also complements it. It really makes you feel like you're underwater and everything. Samson and Sally have a really impressive relationship. I mean, I really bought the relationship. I was invested in their relationship and I was convinced of it more than I'm invested and convinced in relationships in a lot of movies. This movie, as I mentioned, is very dark. It gets scary sometimes, honestly. The orcas, the killer whales, oh man, they're freaky. And then there's scenes where some of the whales in the herd die. That's really dark. A lot of animated films have that. It always leaves a big impact, but this one, a lot of them do die. I have to say, spoiler alert, because I really think that this is a good movie for anyone and that people should watch it. And so these two things aren't huge spoilers, but they are spoilers. I don't want people to miss out. So when Samson finds Moby Dick, it really addresses another major issue. It's the idea of complacency and contentment. You know, Moby Dick, he's old, he's tired of everything he's been doing his youth. He just wants to live a peaceful life. I mean, and Samson's depending on him. He went all that way to find Moby Dick so that he could help them. And Moby Dick pretty much just says, I'm too old for that stuff. It's a disheartening thought that it really does exist everywhere in the world. Also, when Samson leaves the lost city that's under the sea, you find out it's New York City. You see the Statue of Liberty, and then you look around and you see the Empire State Building and everything. That left you with a big question, like how far in the future is this if people are still throwing waste in the oceans? You know, still hunting whales. That was quite something. It left you with questions. As I mentioned in Prometheus review, there's not a whole lot of movies that just leave you with a question. Just leave you with an unanswered question to mull over, and I respect that. Moby Dick gives some advice that's true and at the same time very disheartening. And it's very bold of this movie to make this message. It's the idea that there are some things in life you just can't control, and sometimes you just have to wait. And there's nothing you can do. It's the idea that life is life. You have to take the good with the bad. That's just the way it is. That's a very mature message to put in a kids movie. Again, I really respect the movie for doing that. As I said, it's not perfect. I really do respect the movie. There are some technical problems and just problems with the voice actors. Overall, the voice actors are pretty decent. None of them are great, but they do their jobs mostly. There are some that are very bad, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to give Samson and Sally, the Song of the Whales, a 9 out of 10. I really enjoy it. I think that it's too unknown for how good it is. Well, that's my review. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.